Join me as I take on the ultimate NYC challenge. Can I really do everything this city has to offer in just 24 hours? I've always been fascinated by the idea of exploring a new city in a limited amount of time. And what better place to put this concept to the test than the city that never sleeps? New York City. The 24 Hours in NYC Challenge is all about fitting in as many iconic experiences as possible into a single day, and I'm excited to see if I can pull it off. From the bright lights of Times Square to the peaceful green oasis of Central Park, NYC is a city that has something for everyone. To make the most of my 24 hours, I've planned out an itinerary that packs in a mix of must-see attractions, local eats, and some unique experiences that will give me a true taste of the city. The biggest challenge will be navigating the crowds and getting from one place to another in a city that's notorious for its traffic and congestion. I'll have to be strategic about how I use my time, making the most of every minute and avoiding any activities that might slow me down. It won't be easy, but I'm up for the challenge. After all, New Yorkers are known for their speed and efficiency, right? One thing's for sure, it's going to be a wild ride. I've also got to think about logistics. How am I going to get around the city? What's the best way to fuel up for a long day of exploring? And what are the must-see sights that I absolutely can't miss? It's a lot to consider, but I'm feeling confident that with a solid plan and a bit of determination, I can make the most of my 24 hours in NYC. Morning, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. I will start my 24 hours in NYC at Central Park. Here, I will begin my day with a peaceful walk or bike ride through Central Park. Here, the options for sightseeing are almost endless. You can visit popular spots like Bethesda Terrace, Bow Bridge, and the Conservatory Garden. From the south end of Central Park, I can take the 59th Street/Fifth Ave exit and walk about 15 minutes to Metropolitan Museum of Art. The other options would be to take either the M or E trains almost directly to the museum. But to experience the city more, I decide to walk. Located on 53rd between 5th and 6th Avenues, this museum houses one of the world's greatest collections. Following MoMA, I will head to the Guggenheim Museum. Although it is walkable via 5th Ave along what is known as Museum Mile, it will take about half an hour, so I decide to use the subway. I walk from MoMA to the F train station at 57th Street and 6th Avenue. I took the F train uptown for one stop to the Lexington Avenue/63 RD Street dot at Lexington Avenue/63 RD Street stop, where I transfer to the Q train uptown towards 96th Street. I rode the Q train for 2 stops and get off at 86th Street. Lastly, I walk west toward 5th Avenue and north to the Guggenheim, about a 10-minute walk. At this point, I've worked up an appetite and decide to have a tasty brunch in Midtown. Some classic NYC spots include Bubby's, Tribeca location has great views, or Sarah Beth's near Central Park. Alternatively, for a quick bite, try Essa Bagel for a traditional New York bagel. The next part of my day will focus on midday noon until 4 p.m. After lunch, I head to Times Square, which is an essential, though touristy spot. Expect there to be crowds no matter what time of day you're here. If you're a theater fan, Times Square is the perfect spot to grand discount theater tickets for a matinee performance. I decide, however, with my time constraints, I'm going to skip a show this trip. From here, I'm going to head over to the nearby Bryant Park and New York Public Library. It's only a 5-minute walk from Times Square, so I head east towards 42nd Street, then walk 2 blocks to 6th Ave. Bryant Park is located between 5th and 6th Avenues and 40th to 42nd Streets. Here I take a short break and enjoy some of the people watching the city has to offer. The New York City Public Library is located directly across the street from Bryant Park and is a must-see. At the library, I make sure to snap pictures of the famous lions at the front entrance and visit the Rose Main Reading Room, one of the largest reading rooms in the world. Next, I plan to stop by one of New York's best observations decks for breathtaking views of the city. I can pick between the Empire State Building or Top of the Rock. The Empire State Building offers iconic views, but Top of the Rock at Rockefeller Center gives a great perspective of the Empire State Building itself and Central Park. I decide on Top of the Rock and prepare for the next part of my day. I will start the late afternoon part of my day with some window shopping along 5th Avenue. Here I will view such iconic stores such as Saks Fifth Avenue, Bergdorf Goodman, Tiffany, and many other high-end retailers. Also located along 5th Avenue between 50th and 51st is St. Patrick's Cathedral, which I vised for a beautiful architectural site. For another architectural site, I will head to the New York City landmark, Grand Central Station. Located at 42nd and Park, here I can explore the magnificent Grand Central Terminal, a historic NYC landmark. Located at 42nd and Park, I can enjoy the beautiful ceiling artwork and stop by the Whispering Gallery. The gallery is formed by the arched walkways near the restaurant. When two people stand at opposite corners of the archway, they can whisper into the wall, and the sound will travel across the domed ceiling to the person standing at the other corner, even if they are several feet away. The unique acoustics allow the whisper to be heard clearly, despite the distance and the surrounding noise of the station. After Grand Central, I jump on the subway to Lower Manhattan. From the station, I can take the 4 or the 5 downtown, toward Brooklyn or Bowling Green, respectively. After 5 stops, I will be at the Wall Street station. Here you can explore Wall Street, Trinity Church, and the Charging Bull. While downtown, I also visit the 9/11 Memorial, which pays tribute to all the victims of the terrorist attack. My 24 hours in New York City are coming to an end, but I have a few hours of the evening left to check out a few more sites. From the memorial, I walk along Greenwich Street to White House Station in order to take the Staten Island ferry. From here, I take in a sunset view of the Statue of Liberty. Of course, the dinner options in New York City are endless. You can head to Soho, Greenwich Village, or Chinatown, all which offer great food options. For Italian, try Carbone's in Little Italy, or give a trendy spot like Jack's Wife Frida, which offers Mediterranean fare. For something classic, grab a slice at Joe's Pizza in the Village. No trip to New York is complete without visiting one of their rooftop bars. I decide on the roof at Public Hotel for incredible city views. If you're into live music, check out jazz at Blue Note or Village Vanguard in Greenwich Village. If you prefer a more relaxed evening, take a leisurely walk along the High Line or in Dumbo, where you can take in stunning views of the bridges and skyline. One of the biggest surprises of the day was just how much I was able to fit in. I visited 5 different neighborhoods, tried 3 different types of food, and took in some of the city's most iconic sights. Of course, there were also some challenges: the subway delays, the crowds, the exhaustion. But in the end, it was worth it. So did I succeed in my 24 hours in NYC challenge? I'd say yes, I did, I conquered. But the real question is, would I do it again? In a heartbeat. Thanks for joining me on this wild adventure. If you're a fellow NYC lover, I'd love to hear about your favorite spots and experiences in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more travel videos and adventure challenges. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.